Hey, and welcome to Bodhran Basics. Today I'm Matt DeBlas, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite tune types, one that can be a little bit tricky, but is really rewarding when you get it right, a slip jig. A slip jig is in 9/8, and if you watch the video on counting like a drummer, you'll see you can break that up into three groups of three. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Play an example of a very famous one called the Butterfly. When you think about that and you break it down as it goes, it's more, you're not necessarily counting the 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. It's a little bit of kind of a waltzy feel, and it should float a little bit. Hence the name of the Butterfly in that one in particular. Now, one of the things to keep in mind, though, because we're doing groups of three, you'll be playing your jig pattern, the 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. But you're going to be adding an extra 3 at the end. So you'll have 3 groups of 3 instead of 2s or 4s. And that means, if you'll notice, that on every other phrase, the accent is going to come on an upstroke, which is why I keep talking about learning to accent your upstrokes being important. Well, one of the reasons. So you'll get and 1 2 3 2 3 2 3 3 2 3 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3. But there's to add a little interest to it, instead of just a we're going to take that jig pattern that we did with the down down up down up, but we're going to add, instead of just one up down up, we're going to do down up down after it. So here's my slip jig pattern 1: down down up down down up down down up down up. And I'm mating that accent with a low note on the back. So. And I recorded another slip jig a little bit earlier, so I can play that and you can see how it sounds all together. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So that's one way to do a slip jig, and that's using your regular alternating patterns. Then there's the harder way to do it, which is pretty rewarding in and of itself, I think. I like the way it sounds when it comes out right. And that is to use the pattern I talked about a little bit before. It's a little bit more advanced. It can be hard to do on a fast jig, but it's the down, up, tap. Down, up, tap. And if you're trying to get a good angle here. Down, up, tap. So, and that means you're always accenting on a downstroke, which is easy, which makes it simpler, but it means you're also having to do that double downstroke, which makes it harder. So it's kind of a trade-off, but it can sound really nice on a well done slip jig. 2, 3, 1, 2. just you hear me mixing the two patterns back and forth a little bit, which makes it even more fun if you're trying to keep track of that. But the real kind of secret to playing the slip jig and not getting lost with that down up is to really think about the 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's almost like a waltz, except you've got, instead of just boom bop bop, you've got boom ba da boom ba da boom ba da boom ba da ba da da. So you've got, you know, the real, it's kind of nested threes when you think about it that way. Another bit of a tip for playing slip jigs, they tend to sound really great when you play them with the brush or the multi-rod beaters, because they tend to have a lighter, floatier feel to them. Not all of them. Some of them can be pretty driving, and those are often referred to as a hop jig, I believe. But a lot of times they've got that kind of lighter, airier feel to them, and by switching to your multi-rod beater, you get a little less of a direct thump, and it can kind of feel like it floats along a little bit better. Pattern 1. Pattern 2. So there you go, 2 patterns for slip jigs. The down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. So doing it that way, or the down, up, tap, down, up, tap. And this is a pattern that's kind of rewarding to work on its own, because it works really well for jigs as well, jigs too, especially jigs that are played a little bit slower pace, so that at high speed can be great, but when somebody plays one a little bit slower, this down up tap pattern can be really helpful. So there's kind of an introduction to slip jigs. The explanation is pretty simple. The execution maybe less so, but I've released a practice track of that Fig for a Kiss, and you can find some other ones online. And just keep practicing and keep that 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 in your head at all times, and you'll be fine. And hopefully you're enjoying spring weather wherever you are. It's kind of nice here in the Midwest. And talk to you soon.